Are you tired of scrolling through tons and tons of videos trying to find the answer to all your swing's problems? Well, look no further. This is step one to understanding your swing and the natural shape that your swing should have. It's all going to start with the grip, specifically the trail hand grip. The trail hand grip for a right-handed golfer is your right hand, and it is responsible for the shape and all the characteristics of your swing. Lucky for you, I've developed an extremely simple test that will determine the exact placement of your trail hand in less than 60 seconds. You can find that test in the description below, so go ahead and click the link, take the test, and once you have your results, you'll know the exact shape and the characteristics of your swing. In this video, I'm going to share with you all about the grip, the lead hand, the trail hand, how to link those hands together, and how the grip affects the shape of your golf swing. Are you ready? Let's start with the lead hand. The lead hand for a right-handed golfer is your left hand. The key to getting this hand placed on the club correctly is getting your heel pad on the top of the grip. A lot of grips will have logos or even little markings. On my grip, there's a little tick mark right here and one here at the bottom, and it also says Golf Pride. So it has a logo that goes right down the center of the grip. So we imagine that place. We're going to locate our heel pad. You can also feel there's a little bit of a bone over there in the corner of your hand, a little bit of a rounded bone. So what you want to do is place that heel pad right there on the top of the club, wrap your fingers around. Extremely simple test to know you've got it on correctly is to release your thumb, your pointer finger, if you can still bounce that club up and down and feel that bone or that heel pad pressing right down the top of the grip, you know you've got it right. Once you've taken the test, you're going to then determine the placement of your trail hand. You have options for your trail hand. We're going to think of it like a dial, turning it from 1 to 2 to 3. Then you have little in-betweens on that dial. You got 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, or 3. For me, when I do my test, I end up at a 1.5. So you got 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, or 3. So you're going to end up in one of those positions. So we've got the lead hand and the trail hand. Now you've got options to link them together. You could do the 10-finger grip or the baseball grip where your hands just stack next to each other. You could do the overlap where the pinky overlays the pointer finger, or you could interlock the fingers like so. So we've got interlock, overlap, 10-finger. I don't really care which one you do. You just want to find one that is comfortable and allows your hands to work together. The other thing that has to happen is once we get our lead hand on correctly, your thumb is going to notice it's a little bit off center. Center being right here, drawing that line right through the middle of the grip will be the center. Your other hand just needs to cover up that thumb, and it's going to go in the lifeline of your trail hand. So what it'll do is it'll fit in there like a puzzle piece. So your hands need to be connected. That's the main goal with that. Grip pressure for a full golf swing on a scale from 1 to 10, we're looking at about a level 4, is going to allow you to keep a good flow and a good rhythm in your swing. Too tight, it robs you of freedom of motion, and too loose will make you out of control. So those are the ins and outs of how to get those hands placed on the club correctly. This is the most important lesson you're going to learn in golf because your hands are your direct connection to your club face, and your club face determines where the golf ball goes. So if you don't think that's important, you might want to think again. Now let's discuss how the trail hand affects the shape of the swing and one other really important piece to placing your hand correctly on the club based on where you test. If you're a 1, a 2, or a 3, what needs to happen is that your hand and arm have to work together when you get set up. So if you're a 1 or a 1.5, the tip of the elbow is going to be facing towards the camera. If you're exactly at a 2, the tip of the elbow is facing to the ground. If you're at a 3, the tip of the elbow is facing towards the target. So your arm needs to match your hand. Now I'm going to demonstrate the shape of the swing with an open hand. It's a great drill to use to help you learn the shape of your golf swing. So the simple keys that you need to follow to match your grip to your swing, and that's where you get really consistent when you match your grip to your swing. So if you're a 1 or 1.5, you're going to put your hand open-handed on the top of the club. You're going to make swings back and forth, and the goal is to keep your hand on the top. So my hand right now is still on the top of the club. It's still on the top, 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 top. That's the simple feel you're going to use if you test to be a 1.5 or a 1. If you test to be a 2, you're going to put your hand directly on the side, leaving it open-handed like so, keeping it on the side on the way back, side, 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 side. If you test to be a 2.5 or a 3, it's going to be on the bottom. It's going to stay on the bottom, 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 bottom. There's numerous different pros out there that use these different grips. You've got players like Roy McIlroy or Scotty Scheffler have their hand slightly on the top. You've got Tiger Woods directly on the side. You've got Dustin Johnson and Jon Rahm are ones who have it more on the bottom. So those pros know exactly which grip is right for them, and they do these things called matchups. So matchups are things that happen throughout the golf swing that match their grip. So if we're number 1 on the test, what's going to match that is it's going to produce an elbow position that's a little more behind our body. It's going to be a little more vertical with the shaft at the end, and on the way down the elbow is also going to stay more behind the body. If the hand is on the side and we swing it back, stays in the side, the elbow's now going to line up more with the center of the body, and the shaft is going to be a little more tilted. Hand on the bottom, swing it back, the elbow's going to stay a little more in front of the body, and the shaft's going to be a little bit flatter. So those are called matchups, and that's what the pros do really, really well. They do things that match their grip to their swing, and that's why they're so consistent. But after you take the test, you're going to notice that there's a position and a way that your arms naturally like to move throughout your swing. So what we want to do is make sure we get the grip correct so we can actually have a natural swing that allows the club to track very, very quietly. So when I've got my hand at a 1.5, the face is really quiet. If I was to put my hand over here at more of a 2.5 or a 3, it gets very wobbly and the club wants to start closing up on me. So that's definitely not the grip for me. I can feel it, I can prove it to myself. So this is not guesswork, guys. We're not guessing. We're actually testing, proving it, and the pros prove it every single day. They're all using different grips. You're going to see them out there, top, side, and bottom. There's an equal number of those guys out there doing all the different grips. All right, so a very simple way to learn the shape and the characteristics is to do the open hand drill that matches your grip and do 3 swings. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to step in, put your hand on the dial, get your arm to match it, and you're just going to make a swing that matches those feels. No thinking involved. Do your drill and then hit. Woo! Nice crunch on that golf ball. Ball first, divot second. That's a product of having the right grip. I don't even want to swing with the wrong grip. Doing that just makes it hard to hit solid contact. So very, very simple. Like we said here, just do the open hand swings, and continuous motion swings are a great way to swing because you can't do anything wild here. We're not going to get these wild swing paths going all over the place like some of you guys do out there on the range. Once you get the club's momentum swinging, it's just going to naturally swing the way it's supposed to. Let it do it. Do your 3 swings. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. That took all of 5 to 10 seconds. That's all it takes to hit a good golf shot. Get your feel, step in, swing. Woo! Straight as can be. That's because I have the correct grip. All right, guys, all it takes is under 10 seconds to make those 3 swings. It takes less than a second to hit the golf ball. So we're talking about 10 seconds to a better golf game. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Take the free grip test. It's in the description below. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.